You think you own your home, but in 2025, your home may own you. Right now, millions of apes sit in their treehouses, thinking everything is fine, prices stable, payments made, life good. But underneath the leaves, something is cracking. In the next 3 minutes, you will understand why this crash is unavoidable and why the apes who see it first win. Here is why this matters to you. Your treehouse is probably your biggest pile of bananas. For most apes, it took years to save, decades to pay off. But what happens when tree house prices fall 20–30%? Suddenly, you owe more bananas than your tree is worth. You cannot sell. You cannot move. You are trapped. And it gets worse. When tree houses crash, jobs follow. Builders lose work. Stores close. The whole jungle feels the pain. This is not just about housing. This is about your savings, your job, your family's future. But wait, Smart Ape on the Vine says, housing market is strong. Prices still rising, nothing to worry about. And yes, on the surface, everything looks calm. Median tree house price hit 417,000 bananas this year. New record. News vines keep saying, housing stronger than ever. Prices only go up. But here is what they are not telling you. 75% of ape families cannot afford a median-priced new treehouse anymore. 75%. That means only 1 in 4 families can even dream of buying. In 2020, 57% of apes could afford a home. Now, only 38%. The apes who could buy already bought. The apes who cannot are stuck renting forever. And when buyers disappear, what happens to prices? The cracks are already showing. FHA loan delinquencies jumped 32 basis points in 1 year. These are loans for apes with smaller banana piles. First-time buyers, the most vulnerable. The seriously delinquent rate for FHA loans increased by almost 50% in just 12 months. Home sales dropped to levels not seen since 2009, the year after the last crash. 4.5% of all household debt is now delinquent. Total household debt hit 18.59 trillion bananas. Trillion. More than ever before in history. These are not predictions. These are facts happening right now. But the real killer is hiding in plain sight. Interest rates. Back in 2021, apes could borrow bananas at 2.6%, some even lower. It was banana paradise. Then Fedi Ape raised rates and raised them again and again. Now, 6.2%, more than double. What does this mean for regular ape? Same treehouse, same price, but monthly payment went from 2,000 bananas to almost 3,000. That is 700 extra bananas every month forever. And here is the trap. Apes who bought at low rates cannot sell because if they sell and buy again, their payment doubles. 82% of homeowners say they feel locked in. So inventory stays low, prices stay high, but nobody is buying. Classic standoff before the fall. When housing freezes, the pain spreads. Construction slows. Builder ape loses job. Then he stops buying bananas at the store. Store ape loses job too. Then store ape cannot pay rent. Single-family housing starts declined 3% this year. More cuts expected next year. Banks get nervous. They tighten lending. Even good apes cannot get loans anymore. First-time buyers made up only 24% of the market last year. Lowest ever recorded. Young apes are not buying because they cannot afford to. And when young apes stop buying, who will buy your treehouse when you want to sell? Some apes say, we learned from 2008. Banks are stronger, regulations tighter, but here is what is different. In 2008, the problem was bad loans. Apes who could not afford homes, got homes anyway, then defaulted. This time, the problem is the opposite. Apes who can afford homes cannot get them at all. Not because of bad credit, because prices are insane. In 2008, a median home cost 3.4 times median income. Today, 5 times. That is 47% worse. Back then, mortgage debt was 10.5 trillion bananas. Now, 13 trillion. We added 2.5 trillion more, with fewer apes actually buying. And it gets even worse. Investors now buy 33% of all homes sold, the highest share in 5 years. In 2008, they were maybe 15%. They doubled their power, while young apes save for years. Investor ape walks in with cash, pays above asking, and takes the tree before they even blink. And the most dangerous part, 82% of homeowners feel trapped by their low rate. This did not exist in 2008. There was no lock-in effect. Apes could sell and move freely. Now the entire market is frozen. Sellers cannot sell, buyers cannot buy. Investors circle like vultures over the treetops. We did not fix the problem. We buried it under more debt and gave it sharper teeth. So when does it break? Nobody knows the exact day, but the triggers are clear. If unemployment rises, apes cannot pay mortgages. crashes. Delinquencies spike. Banks start foreclosing. If rates stay high, locked-in apes stay stuck. No inventory, no sales. Market freezes completely. If recession hits, investor apes panic sell. They have been net sellers for 6 quarters already, selling more than buying, waiting for the exit. The question is not if something breaks. The question is what breaks first. And here is the scariest part. Most apes are doing nothing. 54% of homeowners say they would not sell at any mortgage rate this year. They are waiting, hoping prices come back, hoping rates drop. But what if they do not drop enough? What if prices fall while they wait? The ape who waits too long loses the most. The ape who acts too fast buys at the top. Everyone is frozen, and frozen markets eventually shatter. But smart ape prepares. Here is what wise apes consider. First, build your banana pile. Cash is king when prices drop. More savings means more options. Second, if you must buy below your maximum. Leave room for rates to change. Leave room for income to drop. Third, avoid adjustable rates. Fixed rate means fixed payment, no surprises. Fourth, if renting makes sense, rent. In some jungles, renting costs less than owning. No shame in waiting for better prices. And most important, do not panic. Crashes create opportunities for prepared apes, but only for those who saw it coming. This crash will not start with headlines. It will start quietly, with apes who thought they were safe. The signs are already here. The question is, will you see them before everyone else? And if you think the housing crash is bad, wait until you see what happens to the banks. Those who act early survive. Those who don't get crushed